Welcome to one more episode of Darte Arte Podcast. We're here today with James Mena.
Yeah,
Mena.
Yeah, James Mena.
Local comedian.
Yep.
Personality. Ready for the workout?
Yeah, ready for the workout.
How you doing, man?
Good. Chilling. You got me out here early, so I'm ready for a hike after.
Sunday morning. Did I influence you on not partying last night, or not too much of a party guy?
I'm not a party guy.
Okay.
No. Like I'll go out downtown, but it's mostly just to do videos and stuff like
right
that.
on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just to, kind of just say hi to everybody.
I see you a lot in the community, and that's what I'm the, I don't want to say the creep, but I'm always scrolling Instagram to see who I can talk to, and you popped up, and a few people mentioned too, so you should talk to this guy. So
that's cool.
My podcast is an excuse to meet people too.
Yeah.
To get out of the house and see what they're doing. So I always start with this question: what's your earliest memory of anything that has to do with arts? Was it a picture, a video, a music, a song, or something that inspired you? When you were how little? Do you remember? I know it's a random question.
No, that's good. That's a good question because it started to make me think about some stuff. And I remember I would lip sync, not lip sync, but I would listen to music. Back in the day, we had the CD players, and then the headphones. Before wireless, everybody before wireless, all the kids.
Everything was wired.
Everything was wired. And we would put CDs in the CD player. No, I'm just kidding. They're like, "What are you talking about?" No, it's good, but. I would listen to music. I would listen to Eminem a lot. Okay. And I would sing his or rap his stuff. At the same time as he's rapping. And I guess you could say that's kind of art in a way.
100%.
It's music. And but I would be doing it, and my brother or my sister would be like, mostly my brother. He'd just tell me to shut up. He'd be like, "Shut up, dude." He's like, "You're not even saying anything." Because I in my mind, while the headphones are on, I'm thinking that I'm sounding perfect, crystal
You're in your
clear.
own world, 100%.
Yeah, but really, I was just mumbling to them. They don't even know what I'm saying.
You were training, man. That's how you train.
I was the first mumble rapper. No, I just kidding. So I guess that's my first memory of that.
Something with art. That's awesome.
Yeah, with art. Yeah.
And you're a local kid, Salinas?
Yeah, Salinas, born and raised, yeah.
Right on. And when do you started going for comedy? Is that a recent thing, or how do you get involved?
I would say, so I've always done so stand-up comedy is recent, I would say. It's a year, maybe a year, a year strong. But I've always done comedy skits.
Oh, right on.
So ever since I was probably a sophomore in high school, I started doing comedy skits and stuff like that.
And was that because you like to be in front of the camera? Do you like any aspect of behind the camera, the sound, the video angle, stuff like that? Or was it more I just want to talk shit in front of the camera?
I think I would. At first, honestly, it was I want to be in front of the camera. Okay. Because I would watch TV. I watch a lot of TV. I watch a lot of YouTube, Disney Channel, stuff like that. I really like the way that people animated themselves. So and then I watched a lot of movies like Jim Carrey, Adam Sandler, stuff like that. So I wanted to be I wanted to be in front of the camera. I wanted to be in front of the camera and be really goofy. I guess you could say I've always been goofy and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So I want real animated. I was really into the animated stuff, with facial features or whatever and stuff like that. And so I wanted to be in front of the camera at first, but then I developed a love for behind the camera.
Oh, right.
I like angles, like you said. I like angles. I like to the audio. I like to record and stuff like that. Just behind the camera stuff is really, really fun. Really I like to manual shoot a lot. Manual audio. Mm-hmm. I mean manual video, manual pictures and stuff like that. So
you can control the light more.
Yeah. All the aspects of it is pretty cool to me. Yeah.
Right on.
The cinematography of it.
That's
what I really felt
super fun. And then, do you do any editing? Because when I started editing, it's magic. You can do whatever you want almost.
Yeah. Seriously, I can't even remember the first thing I edited, but I fell in love with editing too.
Right.
I really did fall in love with it because I like how it's like you're creating something, like it's art, like you're painting a picture and all that stuff. It's like literally you have a blank canvas when you're on your editing software, and then you start adding stuff to it.
Yeah.
And then like you could
the jump cuts and everything, and then how it's evolved too. I remember I went to school in 2014, 15 to MPC for filmmaking, and all the stuff that we see now on YouTube and social media, there were like big no-nos, like don't do a jump cut. Yeah. Don't do this. Don't, and it's like, but like then,
it's too drastic. Huh?
Yeah. But
it hurts
then
people's eyes. Or whatever.
Yeah. It's like, don't do the panning too much, because the teacher used to say there's like fire hosing and every scene is like that. But social media and YouTube have changed the game in a way where, like, all the people who just didn't know about editing just started putting stuff there, and it kind of grab a style of its own, you know.
Yeah.
And then you can go a little more classic sometimes with what you're supposed to do, but then. For comedy specifically, sometimes the jump cuts and the timing is what made that shit funny.
That too. That's funny. And actually, the first thing I edited, like the software, was like Movie Maker, I think. Movie Maker.
Yeah. That's like on Microsoft, right?
Yeah, Microsoft. That was a Microsoft thing.
That comes with
It's just like installed. And super basic.
Super basic. When I jumped from that to iMovie, I was like, iMovie is amazing, and now I hate it.
It was just as basic. That's so funny. Same thing. I went from when I got like an iPhone or Apple software. I started messing with iMovie too.
And it was like, whoa, the best. And then once you learn the other ones, it's like, iMovie shit. But I think it all comes with your degree
of you have too,
of understanding too, of what you want to do, right? Because there's some things like, I wish I could, make this scene. Do this right here, or insert captions instead of at the bottom. I want to move them around. Yeah, and each software.
Super standard. How you can't really do stuff like that.
Each software comes with
to be able to. That matters.
The title that was just only there, but if you want the bubble to be here or whatever, And then
that's sick.
I always tell the audience, for the 10 people who watch us, hey, that now I use CapCut for everything, bro, and it's I love it. I love it. I have Final Cut. I bought it, but I use CapCut more than Final Cut because it's more intuitive for me.
I've tried CapCut. I've tried Final Cut, which is kind of cool. It's pretty cool actually, because you can do a lot of stuff on there. But before I did Final Cut, I was working with Adobe Premiere Pro.
Oh, okay.
And so I learned all that, and
that one is the most complex, I think.
Yeah,
I've played with it a little bit, but
it's like super manual. You could literally do everything, but you have to create it yourself.
Yeah.
Like it's not no preset stuff like presets. That. Which is like nothing wrong with preset. Don't get me wrong, but so like super manual, but which kind of I kind of liked it.
Right.
I really liked it because of that. So it's like you have to kind of have like imagination or creativity to kind of create it. And they have a bunch of stuff on YouTube tutorials. So I was
YouTube University, people say now, man.
Seriously, so like I learned everything from that, but when I found out about CapCut, like it just changed everything for me. Like I even stopped like my subscription with the Adobe Premiere Pro, which I kind of want to get back, but like I feel like I would only get that back if I'm doing something like. Maybe like a short film.
Right. Something more cinematic, right?
Yeah, something. Because
nowadays
bigger.
For social media, it's just like boom, boom, boom. And I don't know what it is about CapCut. I guess it's because we're on social media trying to promote our stuff, that all these tutorials too, that you see something and a guy breaks it down, you can do it like this. And it's like, damn, it's like that
it's
magic.
It's so quick. It's like to have it all at your phone too, and just like, bah, 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 bah. Like you could shoot a video and then straight to editing, just like that.
That's it.
So it's kind of like, and then straight to posting.
That's it.
So like for me, I would go to Adobe, edit on Adobe, then come back to the phone and upload it to the social media, and it was just kind of just too many steps. So like, well, my friend Julian showed me the CapCut, and ever since then I haven't stopped using it. So it's been like
Julian, is that Julian El Gordo? No?
Yeah. El Gordo, yeah.
I saw him on stage. I've been following him on social media, but I didn't know he was gonna be there. But when Carlos Vallarta came to Monterrey,
is that
he opened for him.
Was that the Cholofe guy? Or no?
No, that was earlier this year, I think. Carlos Vallarta at the Golden State. Golden State. He has very dark humor, and El Gordo opened for him, and I was like, man, this This guy, I mean, I've seen all his shorts and it's funny, but when you see a person doing like more than 15 minutes, it's like, oh, okay, they need to have their shit down.
Yeah. Julian's Algordo's freaking. He's polished. Like he knows what he's doing. Knows what he's talking about. His jokes are funny. Like, yeah.
No, I enjoy all your stuff too, man. No, I like you have a very particular way of like. It's engaging, and sometimes you don't know, like your punchline, your twist comes out of like, oh, whoa, what's that? I didn't predict that, so I like that stuff. So tell us more about your comedy. When you started doing skits, how old were you? Around?
I would say probably like maybe 15.
Okay, like 15 so still in high school, and you're like, let's do this thing.
Yeah, still in high school, and I've been some of the years I was inconsistent, but ever since then I've been that's like my goal, try to be consistent like as much as possible, because that's, consistency is key. And that's something like we knew it when we were younger, but for some reason we didn't have that drive. I think it was like the age, like we're still young.
That too. Yeah.
It's kind of just like, I want to follow my dream and stuff like that, but at the same time I want to still have fun or whatever. But yeah, so I feel like now I'm more focused on it for sure.
Yeah, that's awesome. And when you do sketches, do you like plan them a lot? So I'm always curious about it because I'm a horrible planner. I'm like, turn the thing on and go. Do you do a lot of like meetings with friends, or is it spur of the moment type of deal?
Sometimes it could be a spur of the moment, but for the most part, I try to sit down and like think about it. Like I'll write like a script and like, so I'll have like a pit, and I pitch to my friends or whatever, whoever it is. That's gonna be in the video. Like I try to think about like, I try to think about like actors I'm gonna need.
Okay.
And then I think about like what the plot is, and what would make it funny, and like what I want them to say and stuff like that, and kind of like the location and stuff like that. So I kind of put a little bit into it with when it comes to like planning, because like I want to like get in, shoot, and then get out.
Yeah, it's more time efficient, 100%. Yeah.
Because I've done it where it's like, just on the moment, and then you're kind of just like thinking throughout the time, and it could take a long time, and I don't like to like really waste people's time like that. So.
Yeah, no, I agree. I have a very what do you call conflicting balance about that, because I've been told that I'm very bossy, and I know I'm like a leader type of personality. So when I get a group of people together and we're doing it because we like it for the love of art, and I want to be as nice as possible, but then I'm not very direct because I don't want to be bossy. So I'm like dancing on that line of like, I don't want to waste your time, but I don't want to tell you what to do.
Yeah.
So it's a personal problem I have. But I've heard the more and more people I interview, they're like have your shit, written out, and then each person has a job, and let's just get in and out.
There's a lot of books too that could help with like that type of stuff.
What do you recommend?
I just started reading this book. My friend recommended it to me. It's how to win friends and influence people, basically.
Okay, right on.
So like it's I guess someone says like more about sales and stuff like that. But like the way the book is it's just teaching you how to do stuff, and like how to talk to people anywhere, anytime is something I read too. Is pretty good, because like I started reading that because like I would go out in public and just talk to people and stuff like that. So like there's just like a different strategies to better yourself. Like, and then there's more books out there too. Like if you feel like you're not good at something, like you could just read. How to direct is one, probably a book that you can like look into. But like there's a lot of self-help books that I like. I like to read those type of books because we could always be better. So,
yeah. And then when you do, how's your stand-up process? I'm always curious about this because I like it a lot, but I'm like, because I don't know how people do it, I guess. It's like, do you write out your whole bit, or do you like, how does it work for you?
Shoot. For a while, I would just go up there.
Yeah?
Yeah, like I would
just
write
tell stories?
I would just write something that I think is funny, like just like a title, and like, and then I would try to just remember everything on stage, like just stay on topic, like stay about that thing. But lately, like writing it down is key, I think. So,
yeah,
because like like you want to make sure you hit everything. Sometimes I would go on stage and then like after I would be like, dang, I forgot to say this, I forgot to say that. I wanted to hit on this. So it's kind of just like you want to make sure you write it out and know what you're gonna get into before you go up there. It's kind of so you're prepared to like. It kind of goes back to like wasting people's time. Like you don't want to go on stage and just kind of just be not ready. Yeah, not ready for them, and they're waiting for you. They're just like because like they are waiting for you. They're kind of just like they have like an expectation,
right?
So like you want to be able to like deliver or whatever. But yeah, it's writing it down, writing it out. It helps, and it helps with the memory too. Like so.
And then probably testing it and like editing.
Yeah,
once you test it, it's like this
read
shit
it.
worked.
Yeah, read it. And then like you could like decide when you want to pause or when you want to when the punches and stuff like that. Like, so like writing it out really does help, and it kind of you could realize like that's not funny like type of thing like
if you say I no one laugh, it's like oh shit maybe change it.
That's it. Yeah, like you go back to change it. But that's I would say that's the process for me. Is like I think for another thing like how I come up with the jokes is kind of like in the moment like I could be like just going throughout my day, and then I could like see something or experience something. And I'm kind of like, dang, like that could be funny. Like I think that could be really funny, So I write it down, and then later I'll go back to it and be like, why is this funny? Kind of create
develop from there. Yeah, from that. Yeah, right on. And have you done any like formal training, like a workshop or? What do they do? Like in Spanish, they say talleres. Yeah, I guess it's like a workshop for either for writing or for comedy or anything like that, or no?
For comedy, no. For comedy, no. I kind of just been watching people. I watched a lot of Kevin Hart when I was a kid, and well now too. And then just studying other comics throughout the city, throughout the area and stuff like that. Go to the improv sometimes. Studying Julian, like El Gordo, and just he's took me with them to places, and I've seen different comics that are pretty good.
How do you met him?
I met him through, I guess you could say through like a mutual friend. We all like my friend was gonna do a video with him, and then he invited me to do a video with him, and then ever since then we kind of just making videos and stuff like that. He told me, he's like, yeah, are you serious about this? And I'm like, yeah, bro, like I'm pretty serious about this. Like I've been doing it for a long time at that point, and I'm not gonna stop, And he was just like, yeah, well, people say that, like we'll see, like
It's testing you.
Yeah. He's trying, maybe it's tough love or something, trying to push me to do.
Hey, that's good.
So he's taught me a lot. I consider him like kind of like a father figure, because like he's the way he's kind of like put me under his wing and all that. And but like so he's kind of told me like, yeah, people quit all the time. People quit on me all the time, bro. So it doesn't really mean nothing to me. Like what you say, like you got to show me and all that.
Hey.
And I mean, I guess you could say I've been rocking with him ever since. So, I mean, we've known each other for like 2 years, 3 years, two years.
But that's good, man. Sometimes having perspective like that, because, like I said, I go back to what I know, right? To me, and telling somebody like that, I might feel like a villain or something, But it's good that somebody's sincere enough to tell you, yeah, are you for real or what?
Yeah, no, that's one thing about Julian is he's super. He will tell you. He'll tell you like how it is. Like he'll kind of be kind of mean a little bit, and it's kind of just like, dang, like you make yourself think like, damn, am I good enough? Like, am I really like gonna do this? Like, I think it goes back to tough love type of thing. And how I think for him, he never had someone tell him that stuff. So he's like, I'm gonna tell you because I wanted someone to tell me that. So It's kind of just like either you could handle it and take the heat, or you could just walk away and be like, you know what, I can't do this. Like, I don't think I want to hang out with you no more. So,
so what's your crew right now when you start filming? Do you start on your own? Because I've seen you hang out with different people, but do you have a consistent crew, or is always like, I need this specific people for this specific shot? Do you have like always the same camera person, or how does it work for you?
Shoot, I feel like my camera person kind of changes a lot, but
that's fair.
Lately, I've been
my camera person.
That's like it's sick that you have that, because I started thinking about that too. I'm like, dang, like I feel like I don't have a consistent person where I could just call and be like, hey, like meet me here and let's shoot something.
Yeah, that's a
challenge. There is my friend David. He comes through all the time, but like for my personal, like that's I feel like I work with him, and he has his ideas.
Okay.
And like I'll pull up too whenever he wants. But like I don't know. I guess I don't know if I could. I'm pretty sure he would come if I told him like, oh, I have an idea, like because he has actually helped me before. So I guess David would be my guy my go-to guy for cameraman. And I always do have like a set guys that I do go to, like my friend Mikey. Big shout out to Mikey. He always comes through. He's an actor, and he's like, he really gets into it. Like he knows what he's doing. He knows how to kind of portray something and show emotion to it, and just show like really act it out. Really
good. Of course.
He's gotten awards for acting.
Nice.
Maybe a lot of people might not know that, but like he's gotten awards for acting, and he's produced like movies that are on their way to, if not Netflix or Amazon, something like that. You know, like,
yeah.
So he's helped with the
higher level stuff.
Higher level stuff, and he knows what it takes like to create short films and stuff like that. Yeah. So Mikey and my friend Chris is a go-to guy for me too. He's hilarious. Like he could always come up with something like on the fly and stuff like that, just to make the video that more funny.
That makes such a good thing when you have like a good crowd, a good group. Like things flow, right? It's like, man, and then someone has an idea and just keeps flowing. I really like that.
It just it adds to it. It makes it that more like entertaining, because like it's dope, and you know that it adds to it because like I could write something and like it could be funny, like the concept of it, but like when he adds some stuff to it and people are in the comments talking about what he said, it just shows that like. It just shows that what he said really added to the video, because like I didn't write that. I didn't write that.
It's
so,
that
like,
collab element, you know, when I make music too, and I'm like, I want a line like this, boo, 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 and then someone else will, it's like,
it's
oh
true.
Shit, it's just that collab energy. It's pretty cool.
It just goes to show you too that they're like more minds is greater than one. Yeah. So like I could write something by myself in my room or whatever, and like, but like if we're together in a group brainstorming on something, it could make it that much more.
And also with your ego, right? You need to let go instead of being, no, this is my idea. This is the best. It's like, hey, man, you know, I'll give you some space. Do you too.
Actually, I had a big problem with that at one point too. Like, one time we shot this short film. Shout out to my friend Smash too. Like he was my Smash. He lives in San Diego now, but like whenever he comes home to Salinas, like we always shoot a video, right on. Or we always do something to for some collabs or whatever, you know, whatever it is. Like I go into San Diego too sometimes to do videos with him, but he's also like in the core circle when it comes to making videos, like go-to guys and all that. But yeah, I had an issue with that. I had an issue with with like ego. Like we were shooting a short film. Like it was a contest that I wanted to enter into, and it was like a Halloween thing. And I had like a vision of it being in a parking lot, like at you know Dick's Sporting Goods. Yeah. That's right. So like I wanted to do it right there. In front of like kind of like in front of the store, and like a bunch of people were around and stuff like that. But my concept was like super kind of like I had a gun in it. Like it was well, I think it was a real gun, but it was supposed to be fake. It was like a fake gun, and like it was a girl getting like kidnapped in a way to focus on like human trafficking. Like just be careful.
So it was a strong thing.
It was a strong thing. Yeah, it was really like. It was supposed to be on Halloween, but it was supposed to be scary too, because like that's pretty scary, you know. Right. So I thought about like, damn, that's scary. Like, what if someone gets kidnapped or whatever? And you know, like it just shows. And I started looking into it. Like, I guess people like leave stuff at people's car, like a honey upside down type of thing, or like they tie like a ribbon on the mirror, and then like when the person comes back to the car, they're just like, what the heck, like what, like what's this? And then they like look around, and next thing you know, they're getting kidnapped.
Oh shit! So it's like to distract.
Yeah.
Like it's a nice thing. Yeah. But it's not gonna be nice.
Yeah. Oh, shit. So you gotta kind of be careful, like what's at your car. Like, yeah. Because like you never know who's watching, and like they usually target girls and stuff like that, because they're like girls that are by themselves too. So like my concept was like wanted to do it right there, and like do all the stuff, do the kidnapping, all this stuff, and with the gun, like smack her with the gun or whatever, and my friends Mikey and Smash were like, no, we should do it like more off to the side, because we don't want the cops to get called on us and stuff like that. And I'm like, bro, nah, like it doesn't matter, like let's just do it, like let's do it right here, like this was my idea, like let's do it. We can get it done right here. Like who cares if the cops come? Like that was my thing. And maybe people are like, yeah, who cares if the cops come? But they're probably on my side. But like They were right. Like it could have been bad. It could have been something more than what it is. We didn't have permission to do it.
Right.
We were just doing it, and yeah. So like I was like dead set on it, and then they convinced me like let's just do it over here, and then I was kind of like you know what like fine like let's just do it, and like we ended up doing it, and it came out great. Still like it came out.
Where can we watch that?
Just as good. It's on YouTube. It is on YouTube.
Hey.
My friend Mikey was like we should repost it because it's Halloween. But it has my ex-girlfriend in it as the main character.
I think that's okay. It was part of life and history. That happens to me with like bandmates or ex-girlfriends or whatever, you know. Friends is like it was captured. It was real at one point.
Yeah.
So I guess unless people have weird feelings about it.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like she might tell me to take it down. But it's still on YouTube. Like if you guys want to watch it, go to YouTube. It's called Honey. Type in Honey LLE Skits and then LLE Skits. So Honey LLE Skits on YouTube and you can watch it there.
There you go.
But I might repost it on YouTube. I mean on Instagram just so everybody to see. It's like a minute and 40 seconds. So it's like really quick.
Okay. So that's the question that because we do social media and stuff like that. How do you feel about you're not a musician but posting everything the same as is on YouTube, grabbing that whole thing and put it on TikTok and Instagram? I mean, the format's changed a little bit, but how do you feel about that? Like, do you think it has an impact? Does it matter? Or should you just tell everybody to go to your YouTube? I'm still learning this thing too.
So what I think is the key for that, and this is my opinion, I don't know, is to take like maybe the best moments of that video or of that song or whatever, 30 seconds of, maybe about 30 seconds or 40 seconds, something quick to grab their attention for social media and change the aspect ratio to 6:19.
Yeah.
So it could be a reel, it could be TikTok, it could be short, YouTube short. So like you do that and then you could post it on Instagram, you could post it on TikTok as like a normal video, so they're kind of interested in it, and then like they don't know what's going on in a way, but like it grabs their attention, and then from there you're like watch the full video on YouTube.
Yeah, okay.
So they go to YouTube and they see the full screen, they see everything, and it's more of like it's better for them. It's a better view for them. So like sure. So when they're watching it like on Instagram, I think that they'll be like, why is it like cut off or something, and like so like it'll make them want to go see the full video.
It's like a little bite,
Yeah, it's like a trailer, a trailer. Like, I want to watch that movie. Like,
okay.
So like I think that works personally, and then like or even just taking the best bits and posting it on your story on Instagram or something like that, and then putting the link to the YouTube link, so like they could have easy access to it too.
Right.
So like if you post it as a reel, like it might not do too good because they're like, well, I have to freaking go out of my way to do this or this.
Find the link.
Yeah, so I noticed.
Link in bio, 30 clicks. Yeah.
Yeah, like so if you do it on the story and just it's a one click for them, it's better. Like I don't know if it's true, but in my opinion, I think it's easier for the viewer to do less steps. Like
it's definitely so you don't lose them. Like nowadays we're so influenced with so many options.
Yeah,
that you don't want to lose.
The less they have to do, the better because. At least I think. I don't know. Put in the comments if you think that's true. Like if you guys think I'm full of crap, let me know. But I just think that's better for the viewer because it's just less work. Because I remember like back in the day, like we would always we would push everybody like before Instagram and before like kind of like the social media,
right?
Fast.
Instagram,
it was YouTube
and TikTok,
and we posted everything on
maybe
YouTube.
Facebook. I don't know if you're too young for Facebook. Do you ever get into Facebook? Or?
Yeah, I was on Facebook, but like for some reason we didn't. So you could put the link on Facebook and it'll show the whole video. Like it's super easy access for Facebook. You could just push play and it'll play the YouTube video.
Yeah.
I don't know if it counts as a view, but I'm pretty sure it does because it's like the YouTube. It's still YouTube, like you're watching it like on YouTube, but it's on Facebook. It's pretty cool. But we would post it on YouTube and then post it on Facebook. But we would also send like what we used to do is send people messages, like direct messages, and be like, "Oh, watch our new video on YouTube," and we would send them the link and then and then stuff like that. I don't know if they clicked it or not, but like, but like I remember like I still have DMs probably of people that I've sent messages to like saying like, "Oh, watch our video, like we just put a new video out," and I don't know if it worked or not, but I remember people would send like videos like that way too to me and like bigger creators and stuff like that. So So
yeah, sometimes that direct message
it helps. Yeah,
like, it helps.
It's like, all right, yeah, I'll push that. Like,
how do you consume most of your like? You think you watch a lot of YouTube? Is that what you watch the most, or?
I think nowadays like I'm on like Instagram.
Instagram.
I think I deleted TikTok too, to be honest with you.
Oh yeah.
It's more of a memory thing.
Yeah.
It's like it take up a lot of memory. So
yeah.
But I like TikTok. It's cool. But I think on Instagram I'm just scrolling on Reels and stuff like that. But I'm trying to get more into YouTube, like YouTube Shorts or just posting on YouTube in general because I like it better. Like I like how it's longer. It's more maybe intimate, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Like I want to start doing like a YouTube where like I talk in the front. Well, that's what YouTube is, right? You kind of talk to the people. So like, I guess that's basic YouTube, I guess. So maybe I'm not saying anything new, but like I want
like more of a vlogging type of like longer content.
What I want to do is like talk to them and be like, hey, what's up, guys? Thanks for coming back to another video. And like this video, I want to talk about the video before I get into the video, like a little bit.
Oh,
like explain how I came up with the idea. Yeah. Like, have you ever like experienced something like this?
That's pretty cool.
And then like it gets into the skit or something, you know, it gets into like the funny video, and I feel like it might work, and I feel like people might be into it.
Yeah.
And then also the vlogs too. I do like the vlogs. I have a few vlogs on my YouTube channel that I started, but then I stopped. It's just I feel like it's too much, and then like.
It's the consistency thing, right?
Yeah, that's what it
like
is.
Focusing on one thing, I struggle with that too.
I think exactly. Like it's definitely a consistency thing. But I think what it is too, like I want a cameraman to follow me.
That's another thing.
But it's just like it's hard to get.
It's hard to get
to have someone commit their time, you know, to that. So it's like it's kind
of it takes a village. Like just like to raise a kid, to create a baby video, like it takes. That's why I always ask like. How is it with the group of friends, or like what is people willing to do? Other minds come with ideas, you know, and all that shit. Like I experienced that through music a lot, but I haven't found a group of people that want to do it for camera yet. Like I hang out with Sal. Shout out to Los Bench that was created with Sal.
Yeah, that's it.
But he's also has a lot of other projects that we're all struggling. Like who's gonna be cameraman? We don't have a consistent cameraman. So if you're a cameraman and you want to do content, reach out. Let's collab. All right. So I wanted to ask you about the Salinas comedy scene, because you seem Julian is one of the. Is he like the biggest representation in Salinas nowadays? I don't know the whole history of Salinas, but I think he's one of the biggest.
I would say for sure, yeah. I would say for sure he's one of the biggest.
How's the scene here? Where do you guys like, other than, is it XL? I always forget. XL Public or Public XL?
XL Public House.
XL Public House, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, the Bearded Bean. Yeah, they're great, man.
Yeah. Bearded Bean.
So is there any other spots that you guys try to hit?
A lot of local venues. Heirloom Pizza.
Oh, Heirloom, okay.
Heirloom
do they do open mic
Pizza.
too?
We're actually, this is a
there you
exclusive.
There you go.
So we're going to be starting, I don't know when this is going to come out, but every Thursday is going to be an open mic at Heirloom Pizza starting November 7th.
Nice. Coming up.
Yeah, so it's coming up real soon after Halloween. We're going to start doing an open mic there, and we're going to give comics a place to do comedy, like to practice their stuff, to do it right here in Salinas. And solo comedy and stuff like that. Like I was this past Friday, I was kind of contemplating, like, dang, like maybe I should open it up to every like a lot of people, you know, like as in like all artists and stuff like that, because it's cool. It's cool to give people an opportunity to do their art, you know.
Yeah, to express themselves. Yeah.
And I like the Bearded Bean is like one of the biggest places to do it every Friday, and like I can't really think of another spot to do it in Salinas on a different day. Like I think they do it once a month at Artist Inc. Or Artist Inc. it is, and like for comedy, there's no open mic for comedy, like solo
only comedy, right?
Yeah.
Well, they started doing this thing at a Public XL Public.
Yeah, the XL Public House. That's like once a month, and
that's
I'm a part of that too. And You know,
that's where Sal has his debut.
Yeah, yeah. Like, that was sick. That was sick. That's so cool to see him out there. He's been out there twice.
I couldn't go because my wife was working late, but I'm trying to go, man. I've never done stand-up in my life, but I want to try it.
You should, that'd be a good spot. And then Thursday, you could try Thursday.
Yeah,
if you really want to.
Okay.
Like the way.
It's cool that this. I think you're a lot younger than me, but this community of like, hey, let's try this here.
Yeah.
Like coming from the actual kids, like the people, that's pretty cool, man. I commend that. I really like that.
Yeah.
But starting those movements is not easy.
Yeah, it's really booming right now. Like comedy, a lot of people are saying that like comedy is really booming right now, and especially in this area, like everyone's interested in it. So it's like pretty cool. So hopefully we can get a good crowd out there to see some comedy and some good people to do comedy. Like I already have like maybe like 7 people like that they will come and do it. So, and it's gonna be for all ages, the one at Heirloom. So like we're trying to like there's been comics, like famous big comics that started when they're like younger than like 17 or 15.
Oh,
you know, like,
I see.
So it's opening up to we want to open it up to everybody. So like we might find like the next big thing, like or something. You know,
that's cool. Like, that's a good mentality to have. Good planning.
Yeah. So it's gonna be really cool, and I want to be able to like talk to them after too, and where they got their inspiration from, or how did they come up with that joke, or how do they feel like their set went, type of thing. I don't know if you ever heard of this thing called Kill Tony. Like we're trying
I'm a fan.
Yeah, we're trying to like do something like that here in Salinas, but not as harsh though. I think
right. They're pretty brutal.
Yeah, they're brutal, and like we want them to come back. You know, we don't want them to like. Yeah,
you don't want a scene that is just starting to kill it. You know.
Yeah.
No, I understand, but it's a good concept to have like a little interview because sometimes on Kill Tony, even when their sets are not all the way there, if they're new to comedy, and during the interview part, you can see that the person has something.
They're funny,
or something, but you know, so they just didn't have the chance, so they were nervous. So
so like cool. They can have what it takes, but like they were just nervous, so they come back. I'm thinking about just doing it a minute too. I know it's not a lot of time, but like just doing a minute, so like you could solely focus on that on your one joke, or if you want to do a bunch of jokes in that minute, you could and whatnot. So like I just want to be able to have them come back and work on another minute or something like that, because like if we give them like I think if we give them too much time, like if they come
burn all their
so like they could go through all their jokes and say someone comes back to watch comedy again and they're just an audience and they're like, oh, I heard this before.
You don't want that, and especially in such a small community right now. You know, when it's starting, for sure.
I think it might be better in the long run. So it'd be pretty cool. And,
that's good, and that's a great like blueprint to have. Something like Kill Tony. He said he's been doing it more than 12, 13 years, but again, he said consistency. Yeah, consistency. If I can say that word right, consistency every Monday for 13 years. That's crazy, man. That's diligence.
Yeah.
So when people say like, "Oh, he like came out of nothing," no, bro, he worked really on top of talent.
Yeah.
You need to be like a hustler. You know, you need to stay on top of that shit.
I never actually even heard of him before Kill Tony, but I guess he's been doing stuff like comedy for a long time too.
I don't like him as a comedian that much, to be honest. But when he's roasting or when he's leading his
think that's what it is. He's like
it's weird, you know. It's
like
weird.
A professional roaster. Like He's almost like a what's that one bald guy? Do you know that bald guy?
Yeah. Ross.
Yeah, not Bob Ross. Rick Ross. Rick Ross?
Rick Ross. I think no. Rick Ross is a rapper. You're asking the wrong guy, man. I'm a name
Ross. It's Ross, all right. Jeff Ross. Yeah. You guys know. It's just like it's Jeff. But he's like the king of roasting.
Yeah. And that's like back in the day in Comedy Central, when the first times they did it, they were like, "What the fuck is this?
Yeah.
We don't know if we like it. This is too harsh for like TV." And then it's like,
did you see the roast of Tom Brady?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
That's pretty fucking crazy.
Tony on there was hilarious.
Dude, he killed it.
Yeah, he killed it. That just shows to like, you're right. I think he might be like a master roaster rather than like stand-up comedian.
He is for sure.
At the same time, I really haven't seen him do stand-up comedy.
I've heard a joke here and there, and it's like a little too on the nose for my taste. But there's a few people that I like better as a podcaster, although they're comedians.
Yeah.
Like Santino, like in Bad Friends. Santino. Have you seen Bad Friends or no? It's Bobby Lee.
Oh yeah,
Santino, the redhead.
Yeah, the redhead guy.
Yeah, okay. So
he's funny.
He's funny on the podcast, but I've seen his stand-up. it's okay to each their own, you know. But it's what you like too, you know.
True.
Also, like
Bobby Lee's funny too.
Bobby Lee's funny too, but I think they're more funny to me on the podcast. Their interaction in the podcast is quicker than when I've tried to watch a whole hour of them. It's like, it's okay, but I don't get into it that much.
I see.
And the one that really got me into podcasting, like comedy podcast, is Your Mom's House. Have you seen Your Mom's House? YMH?
No.
Yeah. So the guy who's there, he's married to a comedian. So it's a couple that are comedians, and his name is Tom Segura, and he's half Peruvian. I'm Peruvian, so when my wife found out he's half Peruvian, you have to check him out. He doesn't talk anything about Peru because he's not from there. His mom is Peruvian, you know, but he's like he has pretty harsh stuff. Tom Segura.
I've heard Tom Segura.
Yeah. So his podcast is pretty crazy, but again, he's been doing it for like 15 years, man.
Wow.
Like, it's a long.
Oh, he does it with the girl, right?
Yeah, his wife, the blonde, his
wife. Wow.
Christina P.
Yeah.
Christina P is and they again started in LA in a little apartment. They just started doing their podcast every fucking week. It's consistency, man. Like, and that's how a lot of comedians say they started to promote their shows. They started doing podcasts, so they talk about the shit they have coming up, and like it's like again the hook.
Yeah.
You see this familiar face, now you want to see it live because you know it's in your town or what. If you like him, you know. So.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, see, that's what I think Tony does. He gets people that have shows coming up, like, and he says like, "Oh, what do you got coming up?" Or something like that. You got a show coming up, so they plug it. They
plug everything, man.
But you know what's funny? Like, you're saying all these like different podcasts, and like I don't like for some reason I don't like really dabble with like I tried at least, but like I just can't for some reason I don't watch like other people's stuff like that. Like I mean I watch your guys' stuff, I watch like local stuff, but I don't like watch like big name stuff for some reason. I don't know why. Like I think it's an ego thing probably, like where I'm just like, oh no, I don't want to be influenced by them. I want to like for some reason I'm like, oh yeah, I want to be so original. Where like I just come up with it myself. But maybe that's probably not even original too, because everything's already been done. You know.
We have a song that is called Original, and everything's being invented. We believe so. It's like you always, even if you're not copying, you get inspired by something, even subconsciously. If you're not thinking about it, it's like, oh, he came up with this, and it's like, no, motherfucker, that's the song over there.
Did that, bro. But like, you just didn't happen to see it.
So that concept is funny, and I guess it all depends on how much. Like, I don't know what your day by day looks like, but like I don't go out anymore. I'm a little older. I have 2 kids, so I have some time to kill. After they go to bed, that's when I like decompress and just like watch something, and that's when I watch. And it's in seasons too. For a while, we're watching YMH like crazy, like Your Mom's House, and then my wife said like, they said that Tom Segura got too rich, and then he's not funny because you can't relate to his jokes anymore. He's just talking about his 30 cars and how much money he has. So you don't want to listen to that shit.
Yeah, it must be nice.
So they say he was, and also he lost a bunch of weight, so he's fit now, and everybody says like Fat Tom was funny.
That's funny. Yeah, like the only thing I really watch is the Kill Tony right now.
Yeah, Kill Tony, it's my go-to. My wife hates it though, so sometimes I have to like watch it on my own.
Well, I only watch it because I think it could help with my comedy. Like I feel like it could help maybe somehow, like what not to do, or like maybe he gives advice. And stuff like that. So,
I think it's a very and it's, for me, I don't know if anybody's doing anything like, it's very unique.
Yeah.
You know, so when that concept came up, I was like, oh shit, what is this? And in the beginning, it's like everything in life, you need a little bit of an adjustment. Like in the beginning, I didn't like his voice, like his high pitch. I was like, oh man, I don't know if I want to listen to this. But then you get to know the guy, and sometimes he's a dick, but then sometimes he's so generous, and they like help people. I'm like, you know what? I'm with this. What's happening there?
Tennis grunt. Yeah, we're at Central Park, if you guys don't know. Right
Central Park, Salinas. Maybe we should do a skit about that. Like people trying to do a podcast and everything. So what's your... But have the tennis player like right behind us.
Do a podcast on a tennis court
in the middle. That would be a funny skit.
Yeah, we did a few skits here, man. I used to play basketball here all the time.
Right on.
Like every Saturday, I don't know if they do it anymore, but like the basketball. At one point, it was a basketball scene, man. Everybody wanted to be a basketball player. Like, I'm sure people still do, but like, it was really, really popular. I think the older guys older than me, they used to come out here and just they would get together as friends and just play basketball. They were good too. They were good. I always try to like be as good as them, but like just didn't. I don't know. I just didn't have that like killer mentality, that Mamba mentality.
Yeah.
But like I just liked it. I like to have fun. Like I had some good moments, but like I don't know. But,
did you play throughout high school too?
I've tried out, but I got cut. Like, I got cut my freshman year, and I was like, oh, I'm Michael Jordan. I'm gonna be Michael Jordan. He got cut his freshman year too. Like I'm good. I thought it was a good thing. But then I tried out again, like maybe I think my senior year or something, maybe my junior year, and I got cut again. So it's like,
hey man,
I don't know. I was a late bloomer in high school. So
okay.
I was super like I feel like I developed later in life, but it's all good because I'm pretty tall for, I guess you could say, for my I'm like average, but like in high school I was shorter, like
I
was a little shorter, and everybody was tall on the basketball team and stuff like that.
Well, you tried it, man. I've been cut off from soccer in Peru. I think I was a pretty good player, but also there's people that are better than you, more driven.
Yeah,
they're faster or taller in basketball cases, like.
You just gotta hustle harder. You just gotta hustle harder.
Yeah.
But yeah, this park is dope. Like that they used to have like they used to let kids get in there and play the swimming pool or just like play in the water.
Oh, really? Wow.
They used to have water there, and I remember like as a little kid, I have a memory of like playing right there in the water and stuff like that. I think they used to have a train here. Like a lot of people have memories here in Central Park. Like, it could be good, it could be bad, but and it gets a lot of hate too. This park is like. It's like kind of like Salinas, man.
What's the bad part of this park? It looks pretty. Well, it's Sunday morning, so I don't know if we see the bad things.
We're having a good time. No, I just think that people used to come and drink or do bad stuff here. Like maybe like a lot of homeless people. People probably like got robbed or stabbed here and stuff like that. Like, I mean, I guess you could say that's like a lot a different
Central
cities.
Park. Central Park in New York is a dangerous place sometimes.
Exactly.
It's beautiful yet dangerous.
Yeah, seriously. So I guess you could say it's our Central Park. Well, it is Central Park. The Central Park is Salinas. So like, I guess every Central Park and maybe in whoever's watching this like, has that too. Like, but yeah, we did a skit there. It's on YouTube, LLE Skits, if you guys want to watch it.
Is that your main YouTube channel, or do you have your own?
I have my own. It's just James Mena.
Okay. Because I'll tag that when I release this episode. I'll tag you, and I'll tag whatever you want to.
But a lot of our skits are on LLE Skits because that was like our main page before my friend Smash moved away.
Okay.
And then we even have like a going away type of video on there for him too. So
oh, nice.
Just like we're putting it like kind of on pause, but hopefully we can start it up again and all that. But for now, he lives in San Diego, so we just kind of just don't do it at all.
Okay.
And but there's a lot of skits on there, a lot of funny stuff on there, random stuff that we came up with and we thought was funny, but like
it's cool to have that like time and a piece of your life and what you were feeling back then. Like sometimes I feel like some songs I've released are like they don't sound that great, but also it was true for that time. So it also shows the evolution of your craft. Like when you learn more about either comedy or your camera angles or your lighting and all of that, how you see the evolution, that's pretty cool. It's like a moment in time. I like to see that.
That's the good thing about the internet too. It's like out there forever
until it breaks. I have a few.
The internet breaks. Huh?
Yeah, we just did a song with the videos coming out. It's called "Clouds with No Clout." Like one day the clouds you can't put memory in your clouds, and what are you gonna do then? Like what are you gonna do when the internet breaks, basically?
Seriously.
Which I don't think is gonna happen, but it's just one apocalyptic, theory. Yeah. What happens when that happens? Shit. I don't know. When you start right now your stand-up, is there any other spots that you can go that are not local, or have you experienced going like San Fran or San Jose, any open mics over there? And what you like, I want to get it out there to anybody who's watching and is trying to do comedy. What other spots can they try out?
Yeah. So the reason why I chose Thursday for the open mic at the Heirloom is because there's an open mic in Santa Cruz on Monday. Like I made like a whole schedule for open mics.
Oh, that's cool, man.
So like there's an open mic on Monday in Santa Cruz.
You should share that in your stories or something so people know.
Yeah.
Like you could do, how you were saying you want to explain what the video is. You can do like the weekly updates for people. Hey, people, check it out. This is the stand-up. If you want trying to grow the stand-up, just give everybody a shout out and you see the community that grows.
That's true. You're right. Yeah, she said it.
I'm sorry, I interrupted you.
No, I try to do it, but I think I do it the day of. So maybe I should do it ahead of time and stuff like that. So like Monday,
Santa Cruz.
Monday, Santa Cruz. There's 2 open mics you could do there if you sign up for the it's called Abbott Square.
Oh, there's an open mic in Abbott.
Yeah, in the Secret Garden. It's called Secret Garden show open mic, and you have to sign up pretty early for that. If not, maybe a day ahead because they do fill up fast for that one. And then there's Rosie McCain's, I think it's called.
Okay, I've never been.
It's in Santa Cruz too, downtown Santa Cruz. And like if you go there after Abbott, you could sign up, and it fills up pretty fast too. They always have consistent comedians, and they've been doing it for a long time. So like they're pretty like they're.
That's cool, man.
Like
I had no idea that there were like comedian specific open mics out there. Is it comedian only or do they do music?
It's comedy only.
That's cool, man.
So there's Santa Cruz, and then Tuesday. Tuesday I actually dedicate Tuesday to like movies. Like I like to watch movies a lot, so I call it movie club. I have a movie club.
Nice.
So I just go, and it's like cheaper on Tuesdays. Like $5.50.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah, if you ever want to go to the movies, go on Tuesday. Like it's family night, so it's cheaper. So I try to go watch a movie every Tuesday. But there are open mics on Tuesday too. I just personally don't go out on Tuesday for that. But then Wednesday is Wednesday they have San Jose stuff. They have like the Caravan in San Jose. They have every like it's either second or third Wednesday. They have the Improv. That's a pretty big stage too to go to for that. So there's that, and then Thursday. I don't know of anything on Thursday. Maybe in San Jose they might have something, but like there's nothing like
starting your thing.
There's nothing in the area for that locally. So I'm trying to do Thursday, and then Friday they have the Bearded Bean. They have Juice and Java in Pacific Grove, those are not solely comedy, but you could do comedy there.
There's a crowd. Yeah.
So like
sometimes I feel like it's good to get out of your comfort zone. Like if you're always like in a comedy scene, try it out at another open mic and see people who are not there for comedy. They're just there and see how they react. You can
surprise them.
You can surprise them. You can get surprised.
You can get surprised. And you can create a fan like that.
Yeah.
In a way, it's like, dang, you're really good. Like I want to check you out. You know.
There you go. Yeah.
And that's like a whole week right there of open mics that you could possibly do. And I'm sure there's more than that too, that I
if you know of any other spots, please tag them in the comments so we can keep sharing. We're trying to grow the scene, of everything, of arts, anything with arts. But this time we're talking with here comedian James Payne. You wanna give any? Do you have anything else to share, or just give somebody advice on, what would you tell a young guy who's trying to start comedy?
Just do it. Like, just do it. Nike. I'm wearing Adidas. Nike. No, just do it, man. Like, if you feel like you're funny, if people tell you you're funny, if people tell you like you would look good on stage or you do good on stage, like trust them, because that's what people would tell me. Like they're like, oh, you'd be funny. You should do stand up. And I never really thought about doing it, or like I have thought about doing it, but I just never really was like I could do it. And people telling me that I could do it, like I was like, all right, like I'm gonna try it. And so like if people are telling you this stuff, like it's for a reason, like nothing, like how they say, nothing happens for a reason type of thing. But that's kind of iffy. Not just kidding. But no, seriously though, like you could do it. Write some stuff down. Study some comedians that you like. Study some people. And just kind of
there's some stages that are going to be opening.
Go to open mics,
Heirloom Pizza, local places.
Like just get out there and get outside of your comfort zone. Don't be scared to do bad, because that's what a lot of people like preach to. Is like you expect to do bad, basically. Expect to do bad, and then you get the best type of thing. Like
you have to start somewhere. You can't just start at the best. Another question that I have is like this podcast is called Darte Arte Podcast, which means give you art podcast. But if you didn't know that, and I tell you, give me a meaning for this acronym, D.A.P. What would D.A.P. mean to you?
D.A.P.
D.A.P.
D.A.P. D.A.P.
Yeah.
D.A.P. Probably like Dang, what's D.A.P? I got something.
Dang, you have the first one. Dang.
D.A.P. Let's see. My bad.
It's all good, man. This is part of the.
I got like it's
Go.
Dominos and Pineapples.
There you go. Hey, Dominos and Pineapples. I like it. All right, so this was another episode with Darte Arte Podcast. Anything else you want to plug? If you give me all your links, I'll put them in the description. But anything else? This episode is probably gonna come in a month, cool. So it's probably around the corner where Heirloom Pizza is going on. So I'll plug that in.
Perfect.
But any last words?
Thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate you guys. More videos on the way. I'm gonna try to do some like Mr. Beast type stuff.
Hey,
so
let's go.
I started watching him. That's someone I started watching. So I'm gonna start watching these people and try to not copy them, but
get inspired. Yeah,
get inspired. So
all right,
you can do that too. Don't be afraid to be inspired by other people.
Dip your toes in the water.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, that's our bell. All right, guys. Thank you for watching Darte Arte Podcast.
Later, guys.
See you later. Bye. All right, dude. That's it. I think we got it.